Okay, Hottie, if there is something that we are not doing this week, we are not waiting. When the universe, Sky Daddy, whoever it is, drops an opportunity in our lap, we are going to take it then and there. Even if we don't feel ready, even if it feels like the time is not right, we are going to take it. Now, I have a bit of an example. We had on the weekend the Aurora lights. Now, I was sitting at home, scrolling on Saturday night, looking on Instagram, like the sky outside just looked so magical. And I remember going outside, trying to find it, being like, oh, well, it just mustn't be the case, not realizing that it was happening basically all night. I should have just rung my mum, gotten in the car, we should have gone for a drive and witnessed it ourselves. I made the mistake of reading something to say, oh, it doesn't matter if you missed that night, or it doesn't matter if you can't get out now because it will be happening for the next 2 days. And guess what? It didn't. I was refreshing this app. I was checking the whole time, being like, oh, well, when's it happening? When's it happening? You know, the app and everyone said that it would be happening tonight. There would be a high probability, and the opportunity never came. And it got me thinking about how in business, we can sometimes have the most perfect thing happen at a moment where we just deem is not the right time. But how amazing is it when we can just move mountains and make shit happen? Because sometimes things like that don't come around twice. Opportunities like that do not come around twice. And I have so many examples of this in my business life, in my personal life, when at the time, you know, when I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for this, or oh, I'm just so busy, or I've got so much on my plate, or whatever the fuck it is, right? Whatever it is, at the time, I'm like, oh, wait, I'll do it again later. Guess what? Opportunity never happens, disappears, fades. And every time, it doesn't matter how busy I am in the moment, I can look back and be like, oh my God, you should have just rearranged some shit. You should have done it tired. You should have done it scared, you know, done it with like wet pants, whatever. Get out there, made it happen. And I really feel on the weekend, especially if you're in Melbourne, we got a real good sense of that. You know, I think for a lot of us, we assume that we always have time. We assume that we have tomorrow. We assume that we have next week, when really the only thing that we have available to us that is guaranteed is this moment, is everything in this moment. So if we think about it that way, if we have an opportunity presenting to us right now, that is all we have available. Even if we think, oh, this could come around again, even if we think, oh, you know, they said that it could come around again, it might not. And I know that in business, it is a balancing act of saying no, and it's being really discerning. And this is sometimes where the most perfect and brilliant opportunities will tap you on the shoulder at the most inconvenient of times. And I truly believe that it is a test of us to, you know, move mountains and show that we are ready for that next level or that next opportunity or whatever it is. You know, I've spoken at lengths on Instagram about this, about, you know, how in business, we're not really in a state of readiness, and how coming from modeling, you always had to be in a state of ready. You had to be ready that if your agent were to call you and say, are you free this afternoon? I've booked a job for you, that your hair was beautiful, your nails were beautiful, and that you could get in the car and you could drive to a job or drive to a casting. But in business, we have a lot of people that are continually fantasizing about all of the magical and wonderful things that happen in the future. But the problem is they stay in the future. And then when little opportunities like this present itself, we can often feel like we're not ready. So this can look like being asked to speak last minute at an event, or going to a networking event where you can pitch, or having a client meeting pop up, or whatever it is, having something present itself to you in that moment. And then you automatically thinking, I'm not ready, but at the same time, looking at your future self and knowing that this is a part of that. I think a lot of this comes back to us wanting to build our business feeling comfortable. I think it comes back to us feeling like that we aren't ready. But the thing is, if we desire ourselves or our business to be at this particular point, we are going to have to get ready sooner or later. So wouldn't you rather do it now? Wouldn't you rather rip the Band-Aid off, be like, well, bitch, I'm here. I'm going to go and do that. I'm in my pajamas, whatever it is. I'm going to make do with what I have now, and I am going to go and do that thing. Because we don't want to get to the end of the month or the year or even the end of our business or our life looking at all of the opportunities that life gave to us with us assuming that we would have a bounty more, because it is not promised. It is not promised at all. So what can you do to be in a state of readiness? If we always want to be ready, if we want to be open to these possibilities and these opportunities, what does this look like? So this could look like you wanting to speak, make sure that you have your speakers topics, make sure you have a bio, make sure that you have pictures. This could look like wanting to be in a magazine with your wonderful product. Great. Do you have a press release? Do you have things written out that if you saw an opportunity right then and there that you could jump on it? Do you have white space in your calendar for when these unexpected and delightful things happen that you can easily slot that in? Or are you more booked and busy than Bella Hadid that you actually can't make this happen? So this is where if you feel like that you are continually passing up opportunities because we just don't have the time available or we don't feel ready, what can we add into our business toolkit this week to get us ready? So when some magical cosmic miracle comes again, we can then take it then and there. We are not waiting again. When the opportunity is here, we grab it by the balls, we grab it by the heart, and we fucking take it. Be open to opportunities, call them in, and remember that sometimes the most growth that you will have, the best growth periods are at the times when you are feeling tested and when you are feeling like, oh my gosh, another thing's on my plate. Why is this happening now? Of course it's happening now. You've been thinking about this. You have been thinking about this. So allow it, accept it, be fucking ready, because the only guarantee is the time that we have now, even if we are promised tomorrow. We're not. Bitch, you just got now, so go and do something with it. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love you. I love you more than my little snacky that I just had. I got some frozen blueberries, heated them up in the microwave for about 3 minutes until they looked really syrupy and they were broken down. I added some collagen powder, a big heaping tablespoon, stirred that through, a little bit of stevia, the Natvia, tiny bit on top, some lemon juice, stir it around, incredible. Afternoon snack, look how much energy I have had. It's like I've had 15 shots of coffee and some illegal substance. I haven't. It's just the antioxidants in the blueberries and the collagen that's making me this amazing. I love you more than that. I love you more than all of the wonderful compliments I'm getting today about my energy and my aura. Someone said that I'm just this happy little puppy dog that has all this energy and all of this excitement. So I love you more than that. I love you more than compliments. How lovely is it when people just say what they think? Obsessed. Hot stuff. Have the best fucking week. Be open to opportunities. And remember, the only time that we have is the time that we have right now. So go and do something with it and be open to life, just ejaculating awesome shit all over you. Love you.